Every year, 800 billion tons of carbon are released into the atmosphere due to human activity. This wedge, as you can see, represents 8 billion tons of carbon per year that can be avoided. The wedge is divided into 8 sections, and every one of the 8 sections represents a measure that we can take to avoid releasing 1 billion tons of carbon into the atmosphere. The first measure to be taken is called efficiency transport. It isn't very expensive, and what this deals with is increasing the automobile fuel efficiency, over 2 billion cars projected in 2050. With this wedge, we could double the efficiency of all the world's cars from 60 to 30 miles per gallon. The challenge, of course, being that people would have to deal with reducing their car size and power. The second measure to be taken is also not very expensive, and it is called efficiency buildings. This is very self-explanatory, as it will increase insulation, furnace, and lighting efficiency in all homes and buildings, therefore increasing their overall energy efficiency. The only challenge with this one is compromising house size and consumer demand for appliances. Similar to the other two, this third measure, called efficiency electricity, is also not very expensive. This deals with increasing the efficiency of power generation, raising plant efficiency from 40% to 60%. Of course, the only problem would be increased plant costs. This method is a little expensive, but it will also prove very effective. It's called CCS hydrogen. This deals with displacing hydrocarbon fuels by helping develop hydrogen fuels and CCS fuels. This involves producing hydrogen at 10 times the current rate to help use this hydrogen fuel to displace hydrocarbon. The problem with this, of course, would be new infrastructure needed for safety reasons. This next method is only moderately expensive and will help to replace hydrocarbon electricity. It's called nuclear electricity. With this, we plan to displace coal-burning electricity plants with nuclear plants at double the current capacity. The only problem, of course, being nuclear waste and local opposition. This next one is also only moderately expensive and is called wind electricity. This has to do with wind displacing coal-based electricity. And we would have to use an area equal to about 3% of U.S. land area for wind farms, which really in the grand scheme of things isn't so much. This one is somewhat expensive, but is very important to the future production of hydrogen fuels. This is called wind hydrogen. This one has to do with producing hydrogen through wind electricity. And with this, we could power the half of the world's cars predicted for 2050 with hydrogen. This last one is very inexpensive, and it's called forest storage. Basically, what this one does is it helps to halt deforestation so that CO2 can be held inside of forests.